Hey there, my name is Emely Roman, and I am the digital marketing manager over at Refundo. And I'm also the program lead for the marketing and growth um, mastery program that we offer. And today's video is a walkthrough of our new client dashboard. And we're really excited about this upgrade because it really gives you full visibility of all the projects and all the tasks that your new marketing team uh, is actually executing on your behalf. In the past, you didn't have this kind of visibility, but we thought it was really important that you learned about all of these things and that you kind of have the understanding of deadlines, who's actually managing what, who's executing on what, and what are the actual micro or granular steps to get from point A to point B. And there are other things too that this dashboard can give you aside from 100% visibility. It also gives you the ability to communicate with us in a very timely manner versus emailing us or texting us and texting different people all at once and kind of having a third party have to redirect your request. Everything is centralized in one place, and this then in turn gives you the ability to move faster and more efficiently, especially as we're gearing up for tax season. Communication and processing, the processes being super streamlined is going to be your winning tickets to having a less than overwhelming situation when it comes to marketing, right? So you should have received by now an email from project.co on behalf of Emely Roman. That's me. Um, and if you didn't, please make sure that you look at your spam folder. Once you receive that email, you're going to have to basically accept the invitation, put your email address again, and also create your password. When you log in, this is not going to look like this. It's actually going to look a little bit on the ugly side for now, until you actually change the settings a little bit or tweak them. It's going to look like this or similar to this particular screen. And you're going to have a very dark color here that it's just really, really ugly, in my opinion. And it's not really easy to look at. Now, the team over at project.co is working on the design still. And they have actually, I've given them a couple of some feedback in terms of the design, and they're super proactive about doing the updates and really just taking our feedback into consideration. So do not worry about how about these designs. There's also ways to kind of shortcut and like supersede what's going on here when it comes to design. So this is what it's going to look like after you create your account. And all you're going to do is going to go to the bottom left hand corner and click to switch to classic layout. I think that this is the cleanest way to actually look at what's going on. As you can see here, I have 18 active projects, but you're only going to have one active project. You're going to click there, and then you're going to go ahead and click on your account. Okay. Once you click on your account, I'm going to actually click on this one. Um, you're going to get to this particular page here. And I want to kind of tell you a little bit about this page. So number one, it gives you kind of an overview of all the things that are included in the program. It gives you a nice little warm welcome. It gives you some explanations or some details on the important weekly events, which are the calibration calls and the strategy calls. It gives you the schedule for those. It also gives you the ability on how to actually access or sign up for the calls. It also gives you information on who's your main points of contact for the actual program and what do they do. It gives you information on how to get additional support, and also how to book your monthly one-on-one call with me, and some expectations and very important links. This gives you the ability to access your marketing platform right away and also your curriculum. Okay. So if you have a team that you want to share your curriculum to, you can basically get that done through here. Now, going back to the top of this page here, speaking of team members, you can add people that are working in marketing in-house into this project management system. So that way you can collaborate with us and your team and have a very streamlined marketing department. The idea, one of the ideas and one of the benefits, right, is to actually make you feel like you have a marketing department and get a taste for that, what it could be once you bring everything in house. Because our programs are designed to make you grow or to help you grow to the point where you don't need to outsource to us. So we're going to give you standard operating procedures. We're going to give you strategy, of course. We're going to execute on those strategies on your behalf. But, by the end of the program, we expect that you have grown up to a point where you have at least 1 to 2 people inside your department that is basically well versed on all the things that we have done throughout the year with you. And of course, you'll have all the documentation to be able to scale your department as you grow. Okay, so going all the way down here, you have a link to your workbook, which is super important. If you have not completed your workbook, this should have been given to you during your onboarding process. Please make sure that you complete that. Then we have tasks, we have notes, we have discussions, and we have files. So underneath the task, you'll be able to have access to, again, full-blown visibility on all the projects that we are executing. You're going to get information on deadlines, what the status of the project is, and who is actually responsible for each project. From time to time, we're going to add additional tasks that you have requested for your business, and you'll be able to see deadlines. We may also assign tasks to you to get some certain things completed for us. So such as completing the workbook, uploading .csv files with your client list, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Going back to the home page, let me just kind of show you how you do that. So here's a task. If you go back to your home page, you just click on your name here. And going all the way at the bottom, we also have something called notes. Our notes are either read only or you don't have access to specific notes. Sometimes we might have certain notes that are just for our reference, but we also have call notes. And this is to keep you accountable and keep ourselves accountable of all the things that we're doing here, right? So as you can see, this particular client, we discussed a lot of things during our January one-on-one call. We've built out a 30-day plan for her. We discussed what campaigns we wanted to actually focus on for the next 30 days. And now we are in execution mode. And you can always access those notes and kind of reference off of that as well. Under the discussions tool, this is one of my favorite tools here. This is our chat box. And this is how you have basically the ability to communicate with us in a timely manner. This is where we give you updates on all of the projects, and this is where you can ask any questions that you may have. There are sometimes we have housekeeping items. So for example, last week we had a strategy call on organic marketing for tax professionals, and we went over a lot of information. And then Sol was able to basically upload some of the resources that we believe are a good match for that particular strategy so that you can go ahead and actually execute. Like, I don't want you guys to be super just like stuffed with information and not have really action steps. We want to go ahead and make sure that you guys are moving the needle and you're actually moving forward. Finally, the last thing that you'll have here is the files. And inside the files situation or the files feature, obviously you're going to be uploading files, and you're also going to have access to some files or resources that we will upload. So for example, we have a resources folder. Like I said, last week we created 3 resources that pair well with the strategy call that we had. We also have your onboarding folder, which includes your onboarding document and your strategy worksheet as well, which is very important for your one-on-one call. In your one-on-one call, you want to make sure you have your strategy worksheet completed before the actual call itself. Sometimes you might have questions in regards to the marketing platform or the program. And if we need to create a quick video to walk you through specific things, we will create that video and then we'll upload it for you in your bank. So that way you can have tons of documentation and easy to follow tutorials as well. Finally, Once you complete the strategy worksheet and we go over that strategy with you, we'll upload your month strategy, your strategy worksheet for that month inside your strategy worksheets folder so that we can keep referencing back in terms of like, did we actually complete what we said we were going to complete? Did we fulfill the goals that you had? Did we address the challenges that you had? And why or why not? And what do we need to do to move forward? That is it for the walkthrough of the client dashboard. If you don't have access to the client dashboard, please email us at emelyr@refundo.com. And just another thing, heads up, make sure that you take a look at the weekly events calendar and just follow the instructions here. We've tried to make it as simple as possible and again, as centralized as we can, so that way you don't feel overwhelmed. I would also recommend that you bookmark um, this particular link. Once you have it, all you have to do is click on that little star and you are good to go. Talk to you soon.